Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your July monthly reading. My name is Kayla and welcome to Many Moons Tarot. Today we are going to pull some messages, kind of see what's going on in your love life. Any message that resonates in this might not be for everybody, so just take what does and leave out the rest because this message won't be for every Capricorn. So we're going to pull some overall theming, as well as some other oracle cards to get some clarity on what you might be experiencing in the month of July. So let's go ahead and get started with shuffling the deck. So we have Three of Cups here for the overall message. Ten of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles. So right off the bat, maybe somebody can be you or your person in this reading. Maybe they're, kind of out partying too much with friends, because I'm kind of seeing this burnt out energy, Maybe this Knight of Pentacles is them. Maybe you could be dealing with an earth sign here, because I do see Two of Pentacles as well. So maybe you're kind of trying to make that decision on, whether you should stay with this Knight of Pentacles. Maybe it's just slow. Maybe it's slow moving. Maybe you're trying to get through to them. Well, we'll see. Let's clarify a little bit more here. What is this Ten of Wands? Move this over here. So we have the Chariot here. Sorry, I'm trying to readjust the cards so they can be seen. I'm trying to get set up here with my camera situation, so bear with me. All right, so Knight of Pentacles. We have Eight of Pentacles, lots of pentacles here. So if you're not dealing with an earth sign, maybe it is finance related. Maybe somebody's, putting too much money into their party life, and you're on the means of on your way out here. But I don't know, I feel like somebody's dedicated, they're working towards it, you haven't given up. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles are good together. So with the Two of Pentacles, I see Five of Pentacles, so lots and lots of Pentacles cards here. So kind of what I had mentioned a little bit before. So maybe it is a party situation. Maybe, maybe they're not giving as much to you as you'd like, you got one foot out the door, trying to decide, maybe my effort's not paying off with this person. I do see that they could be trying here, but it's slow. The Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest, or is the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck. So I do see that, Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold, and maybe you don't want to feel like that anymore. You're tired of this burden. Okay, so Chariot is a big leadership energy. I do get that as well. Chariot is Cancer energy, so maybe that resonates for some of you. But we're gonna get a word of advice. So maybe this is something that you already know, maybe in the background. Maybe we'll see what we have from our Moonology deck. have honor your feelings. So we often forget to put effort towards ourselves, right? And I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't have yourself, you don't have anything. You are the number one person that you need to take care of in this life. So just trust your gut. Trust your gut. Don't let somebody, take advantage of you. I feel like, if it's hurting, you got to move on. You got to make that decision. It's completely up to you. So let's see. Maybe we'll get some more answers here. Maybe a little bit deeper on what this situation is regarding. So we have the golden mirror. So narcissists, love bombing, self-absorbed and one-sided. So maybe they are neglecting you, right? And you're not putting up with it, You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I think. It's kind of the main energy I'm seeing here. Maybe their efforts just haven't paid off here, But narcissist energy here, maybe they, they're not giving you what you're deserving of, right? So take what you will from that message. I am going to pull a awakened soul message. So this could be something in your subconscious as well, just to get a little bit more clarity on here. So we have adventure. So maybe you guys have had lots of adventures together in the past. I see the Chariot, maybe the person you're dealing with likes motorcycles. I mean, it could be something as silly as that. If that resonates, I'm kind of seeing that. Maybe, you just want to take that time with your person and, just spend money on, travel, maybe you are with all these pentacles, maybe you do have that financial means, but maybe they're not really getting it. Maybe this 3 of Cups is celebrating too much, right? Take what you will, but we are going to finally kind of see maybe where this ends up at the end of July. Potential outcome here for Capricorn. What do we have? So we have 4 cups. So maybe you're still a little undecided. Don't hang in your feelings too long. Honor those feelings. Listen to what your heart is telling you, because you can't ever be led in the wrong direction. So I see 2 people sitting in this butterfly position, just kind of trying to think things through here. So cups, I see Pisces, feelings, cups. This is all about your emotional side. So if they're not filling your cup with, those emotions too, like maybe it's not worth it to you anymore. But take what you will from that, Capricorn. We're going to grab a final message of self-care. Let's see what maybe you should listen to maybe impact your situation here in July. So we have spend time with friends. So maybe you're not spending time with friends. Maybe your person is out spending too much time with their friends, but maybe you need to be doing that too. So our friends, while they can't help with everything, friends are a good support system. So maybe that's kind of what this is telling you as well. Just, have a little night with your friends. Go see a movie, have some popcorn, have some drinks, anything that you like to do with your friends. Take that time this month of July and see what happens. So I do see some potential here, but I do think it comes down at the end of the day of you just trusting yourself. If they aren't pouring into your cup and it feels like a burden, you know, you got to decide, like, if you're not being chosen, if it's not exciting to you, then don't make it any harder than it needs to be. But with that, Capricorn, I will leave you. We will see you next month at your next monthly reading. Take care.